Good evening and welcome to today's price action analysis. This is the 25th of April and Nifty and Bank Nifty today opened between H3 and L3. You can see the open is right here, and I had told you in yesterday's video that as long as Nifty and Bank Nifty open above the bottom central pivot, you should have a bullish bias in the market. And the bottom central pivot in Nifty was right here, and the same was here in Bank Nifty. So you can see that Bank Nifty and Nifty both traded above the CPR for the entire day today, and you can clearly see that bottom central pivot was never touched in either Nifty or in Bank Nifty, and Nifty had a very wide CPR today. Whenever there's a wide CPR, it indicates that the day would be a sideways day or a range bound day. Now, what is the difference between a sideways and a range bound day? The trend might be present on a sideways day, which is present on a wide CPR day. So the price might come down like this, then it might go up, then it might again come down, and then it might again go up. So there might be a trend present in the market, correct? But on a sideways day, the market will not, most often will not do anything. It might go up like this, then it might come down like this, may stay sideways for a long time, then might go up a bit, then come down a bit, and basically it will be directionless. So we saw that more or less today we had a directionless market except for this particular trend in the morning, and apart from that really no other price action, important price action to be seen today. Now if I take you to the Nifty screen alone, you can see that I had marked this red box here, which was a supply zone coming from prior price action. And as we had seen in yesterday's video, I had told you that if there is an open in Nifty and in Bank Nifty above the BC, you will look for any trading opportunities to the upside and you will have a bullish bias in the market. So we did carry a bullish bias in the market as Nifty opened above the BC, but it opened right inside the supply zone. And you can see the big red candle that formed. And I was waiting for a particular price action pattern here at the confluence of these pivots, the PP plus the L3. PP plus L3. Why is this confluence important? The confluence is important because multiple traders watching multiple levels or different levels come together to trade at the same level, making that level an even more powerful self-fulfilling prophecy. So that is what gives power to such levels, and that is why I was looking for a reversal back to the central pivot, but it did not happen today. Price reversed right from here, that was right from TC, and that was the power of the bulls today, that the bulls did not even let the bears take the market down to the central pivot. And it is not much of a surprise, being a very wide CPR here. The wider the CPR, the more effective the outer borders of the CPR are. And now you can see if someone who is not trading on the particular CPR levels or is not using the levels of the CPR how it tends to get caught. So somebody who uses this kind of a particular candlestick to take decisions, now that is a very strong Marubozu candlestick, and such a Marubozu candlestick is going to invite a lot of sellers. A lot of traders would go short on this candlestick, correct? Is there any way you would go long on this candlestick? There is no way you can go long on this candlestick. This candlestick psychologically does not allow you to go long at all. But there are traders who will get trapped, who will go short in this particular formation, and they will after they short here, they will keep their stop losses somewhere here, and eventually they will get trapped because basically they are not using any sort of important levels on the chart. They're just going blindly behind big candlesticks. So somebody who is not using CPR would not know that the price actually reversed right from the top central pivot. The TC was here. Somebody who is only using pivot point also will not know that. For that you need the CPR on the charts, and that is why I follow CPR so diligently. Now you can see here that the price made this kind of a pattern here, which was a semi hammer kind of a pattern. I don't like to see this wick on the top when I see a hammer pattern, and I don't even like to see red candles as a follow-up candle. So if I am taking a particular hammer pattern at a resist or at a support, this is what I would do. So if this is a hammer candle here, I would like to see another green candle close right here above it, and this particular closing has to be above the high of this particular hammer candle, and there could be or preferably no wick on the top, but I prefer it not to have any wick on the top, and this is a much larger wick than I would be comfortable with. Plus there was no follow-up candle after the hammer candle. You can see that there was no follow-up candle here. So normally what I would do is, if I see a large candlestick and I see a particular pattern here wherein I say that that pattern is, or the green candle is happening between the high and low of the first candle. So this is the low, right? So if the green candle forms not here, I mean, I don't want a low here, I want the green candle to be formed like this somewhere here, and here I would like to go long on this particular green candle. But we did not have a very clear view of the price action here, and that's why I did not take any particular trade in price in Nifty today. And you can see that Nifty went right from the TC after it took support. At TC the bounce went right up to H3, and then it tried to break H3 but it failed, came down, and this particular supply zone was broken in this particular rally. Then it again came down but it took support, again went up here with strong green candles, again tried to break it, again came down, again tried to break it, again came down. So price wasn't really going anywhere, it was just going sideways for the most part of the day today. So mostly from 11:20 a.m. price actually did not really go anywhere but just sideways, no direction in price. And that is what is expected on days like this, especially after a large range day has been seen. Like yesterday we had a wide ranging day, a wide range day, that is. So now let's see what Bank Nifty did. Bank Nifty also opened between H3 and L3. So where would have been your best trading level? It would have been the central pivot or the L3 Camarilla or the central pivot of the floor pivots. But you can see here that Bank Nifty also made this particular pattern here, the green candle after the red candle, but it was not within the high and low of the first candle. So this is the first candle, right? So even in Bank Nifty it was not within the high and low of the first candle, and again there was no real support here. So this is not the kind of trade that one should take. Not going long here today might have given you some profits, but where would you keep your stop loss? There is no real support level to keep your stop loss. You would have had to keep your stop loss here, which in this case would have been this big, and then your target would anyway have been H3, since the open was between H3 and L3, or at best you could have targeted R1, where it did reach, but the SL would have been too big. So you can see here that Bank Nifty has opened here, so and it has closed here. So not much of a movement in Bank Nifty today. It really did not go much, or I mean, it did not really travel much of a distance. You can see that for the most part it traded within this zone, and no real entry levels today in Bank Nifty. So just noise today, and that is pretty much expected on a wide CPR day. So whenever you see a big range on the previous day, as you can see this wide range from the low to the high in yesterday's price action, that creates a massive CPR width on the CPR for today's price action, and that's what causes the price to stay sideways or be more volatile today. So you can see how it opened, came down, then from here it went up, then after this particular high was formed, it again basically came down from here, then again it shot up to this level, and again it came down. So a lot of intraday volatility was seen today. So what do we have for tomorrow now? Given this sort of price action, let's activate tomorrow's CPR and see what we have in Bank Nifty. So the most important level we have in Bank Nifty tomorrow is the Virgin CPR, and it carries a lot of importance because it is not very far away from the closing price. So we can mark this Virgin CPR tomorrow, and rest assured that Virgin CPR will hold tomorrow if price opens anywhere above it, because it's a fairly wide Virgin CPR, and we don't have any other very important levels right now to mark in Bank Nifty. Although price did come down from the high, but then the PDH PDL will be important only when the price reaches those levels tomorrow. So again tomorrow we are seeing not a very wide or very narrow CPR in Bank Nifty, but we do have a higher value CPR in Bank Nifty. And how about the H3L3 levels? Let's see the H3L3. It was this wide today, and they are within value tomorrow. So if they are within value tomorrow, then we might see some good movement to the upside, but I usually like that to be a little bit more narrow. So a narrower box here would have made more sense. So instead of this box, had the H3L3 been like this, then I would have looked for some breakout patterns tomorrow. Patterns wherein once the price moves out of the previous day high, we can see some movement to the upside. So the range extension can be seen tomorrow to the upside if the Camarilla levels are pretty compressed. What do we have in Nifty? we clearly have a higher value CPR with which is very narrow. And first of all, let's just go ahead and mark the virgin CPR for tomorrow. The H3L3 level is at this position for today, and it is at this position for tomorrow. So the H3L3 is also elevated. So any open within the H3L3 or above the H3 tomorrow, as long as it is above this particular BC, is going to see movement to the upside. So where is your best possibility to trade tomorrow? Again, tomorrow you will be looking for an L3 reversal pattern. If price comes here and bounces off it, it opens anywhere here or here, you can look for a reversal back to L3. And there is one good area where you can actually trade, and that is the area of the virgin CPR. But then maybe the L4 and the virgin CPR might act as a strong support tomorrow. So you can, if the price action does show you an open above the CPR and it does happen to come down or sell off to the L4, you can see if you see any reversal pattern at the virgin CPR level. And let's go to Bank Nifty. Let's analyze the open for tomorrow. If the open is somewhere above the BC, again, it's the same thing. This is the H3, right? So anywhere within or above this area of the BC and anywhere within the H3 and L3, you will look to buy at the, you look to buy any pullback to the L3 level. Again, we have the L4 level right within the virgin CPR tomorrow. So this level also will become a, or will be a star level tomorrow. So you can also check out a reversal pattern at this level, provided you have a bullish bias tomorrow. So the price action has to open above the BC for tomorrow, in which case if the open is somewhere here but the price action does sell off, price does sell off and it comes to this level, you might be able to see a or find a reversal pattern at this level, and you can go long here for a target of the bottom central pivot or the H3 level here. So this is all for as far as important price action goes, and I hope today's price action is clear to you. You have to learn to remove all the noise, alright? So if you're trading with all these pivots and everything, then you will be necessarily, you will know that price action is important to be studied at the right locations. Your reversal patterns need to be studied at the right locations. Reversal patterns anywhere or candlesticks anywhere are just noise. They don't give you any particular reaction reason. So there is no reason to react to candlesticks anywhere. So for instance, these candlesticks right here, these clusters don't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything. These falls don't mean anything as long as you are in the trade, not in the trade. If you're in the trade, yes, you want a fall like this. If you're in the trade, yes, you want a rally like this. But otherwise, if you're not in the trade, that is just noise. So you have to be able to follow price action at important levels like the CPR or the L3 or the H3 or the R1 or the support level like the S1 or S2. So guys, this is it for the price action analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also hit the bell icon so you're notified each time I post a new video so you won't miss a single upload. And do share these videos also, so it will be helpful for newer followers also. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.